Gambling means big business, but with the good always comes the bad for the gaming industry, and cheating is a big moneymaker for those who want to find ways to deceive the house. And thanks to technology, it's getting harder to pull off. Now casinos have cameras trained on every table, and they're always on the lookout for anything suspicious. Still, some people manage to do it. Let's look at a few slot machine cheats. Dragging out the coin. When you play some slot machines which need coins to play in an actual casino, you might think about tying a string onto the coin and then pulling it out quickly after you put it in to cheat the coin machine and create misinterpretation. You might think this foolish idea is just the stuff of comedy, but this is something that has undoubtedly been attempted many times in the past. Let's look at something which strictly relates to the physical and land-based slot machines around the world. Moreover, there's a real-life example in case you don't quite believe it. A player in Nevada tied up a bright color string to the coin and then used it to play on slot machines. But sadly, he was caught red-handed by the floor manager of the casino and ended up with a broken hand. Sure, that bit is just a joke, and while it's not that serious, he was then handed over to the police and later was sued by the casino. Now, more recently, slot machine equipment is kind of improved to avoid that situation from happening, so try to avoid using this trick to cheat for some free games. Shaved coins. This scam using shaved coins doesn't exist today, but it's still intriguing. As technology advanced, slot machines began using light sensors to register payment. In many machines, the optic sensor worked out separately from the physical comparator. Basically, this meant that if a shaved coin got sent down at the same time as an item which matched the shape and size of the important stake token, the said shaved coin would be returned, and whilst the other item would land in the machine and start play. False shuffle. Now, this casino sheet needs the involvement of the casino's card dealer to work. As the dealer gets a false shuffle, this is meant to seem like a regular shuffle, but it secretly leaves some cards in place. This allows the players involved in the conspiracy and who have been tracking the cards to know when the unshuffled cards are dealt. It was a famous scam used to significant effect in the Tran organization. The gang members hit casinos all over America and pocketed up to $7 million in false shuffle mini baccarat as well as blackjack games. The organization was later on brought down and around 40 people pleaded guilty to charges linking to this cheating scheme. Using magnets to control the game screen. Do you want to hear about an old school method of cheating on the slot machine? Now let's talk about magnets a bit. Well, in the 1960s to 70s, some slot machines were indeed affected by magnetism because of some manufacturing problems. There were some players who tried to cheat the game with the use of magnets to control the reels until there was a winning combination, and then the magnet was removed. But in the following development of the slot machine, this issue had been fixed and was improved, and the main part of the reel is now no longer affected by any magnet. Though there are still some people who carry a bag of magnets to casinos with the hope of manipulating the reels in hopes to get lucky. Hidden camera baccarat scam. This move needs a hidden camera up the sleeve of the cheater, and when the player cuts the deck of cards, they take the cut card and drag it over the top of the deck, slightly separating the cards from each other. The camera records the cards, and there's also an accomplice who watches and gives back the information back to the gambler through an earpiece. It's most commonly used in baccarat, but also in blackjack. Slot machine bill validator device. Now, as slot machines have gotten more sophisticated with time, so have the cheating methods as well. In the old coin slot machines, the cheaters could easily attach a piece of string to the coin and with a paperclip on the end to avoid it from falling into the hopper. Now, the new and improved way to scam slot machines involves a small computer which tricks the bill validator. The cheating tool, typically disguised as a $1 bill, has two prongs which are inserted into the bill validator. Now, once they hit the contact point below the validator, the slot machine will read any bill inserted as a $100 bill. Now, the most recent devices don't even need another bill to work. Instead of this, they just add credits after getting the contact point in the slot machine. But casinos have caught on, and the scam is much less common than it once was. The slot machines are now retrofitted so that the devices won't really work, and so the only way for a cheater to use the cheating device is to find a machine that has not been updated. Making use of the Monkey Paw. This way of cheating will likely be most familiar to those in the US, as Tommy Carmichael utilized it, one of the most well-known slot machine cheats in casino history. Not content with his usual cheating methods, he devised a device that was supposed to be a foolproof way of winning big. He used a guitar string and attached it to a brass rod. The rod was then lowered into the machine, usually through an air vent, until it triggered the payout switch. Hit the switch and you win, with the Monkey Paw being the most direct route. Carmichael's cheating antics are famous in the US, but gamblers worldwide should take note. His methods range from the stupid to arguably the sublime in the case. Yep, the lesson is true that cheaters never win, as the man is banned from casinos around the globe at this point. Piano wire. This cheating trick is an oldie, but it's still a good thing in the world of slot cheats. There was a group of men working together at the famous Caesars Boardwalk Regency Casino back in the year 1982. A man from the group opened the targeted slot machine and then attached 20-inch long piano wires to the whirring points of the game. Then the wires could be used to jam the clock, which measured the wheel rotations, allowing the group to manipulate the spins. The group hit the $50,000 jackpot. However, their whole scam had been recorded, and the winning player was later on arrested before he left the casino. Constructing a top-bottom joint. Tommy Carmichael's cheating methods tended to evolve over the years, with a specific technical edge to them. But if you really want to discuss the technical roots of slot machine cheats, you're gonna have to go all the way back to the 1970s and 1980s. Also, the top-bottom joint was the first real concerted effort to create a tool that's sole purpose was to cheat slot machine games. Now, the tool itself was split into two parts, and the bottom is made up of a long wire and a top that was built from a metal rod with the end bent into the shape of a Q. The player could add the bottom into the coin chute of a game and the top into a coin slot. By doing this, it would jam the machine and then force it to release all the cash held within the machine. It's safe to say that this wasn't the most subtle cheating method, but it proved effective. Roulette Color Up. This ruse involves two players. The first player will purchase a specific color of roulette chips for around $1 each and slip some of them into his pocket. The cheater then passes them off to an accomplice, who hides them in their pocket, then returns to the same table and purchases the same color chips for $25 each. After playing for a while, they cash in the $1 chips as $25 chips. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's video and found it interesting, then make sure to leave us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to be always updated with the most exciting content as soon as it's uploaded. Thanks for watching, see you again soon in another video.